President Yoon Suk Yeol currently is hosting members of the Pacific Islands Forum in Seoul in what is his debut as the host of a multilateral summit. The president and leaders of forum member countries, made up of 18 nations and territories in the South Pacific, discussed ways to expand cooperation as the two-day session kicked off. Our Kim Do-yeon is at Yongsan Presidential Office to tell us more. Do-yeon, I believe a joint declaration was announced. Can you share some of the standout details?
Well, good evening, Bo-kyoung. That's right. South Korea and the 18 members of the PIF have pledged to expand cooperation with key areas being climate change, security, and official development assistance. Attending were 12 heads of state, including leaders from the Cook Islands and Palau, while other nations such as Australia and New Zealand were represented by their top ministers. Now, first, take a listen to what the leaders had to say.
저는 여기 계신 정상들과 힘을 합쳐 PIF와 대한민국이 함께하는 상생의 파트너십을 추구하고자 합니다. 태도국의 생존과 번영에 직결된 기후변화, 자연재해, 식량, 보건, 해양수산 위기는 연대와 협력을 통해서만 극복할 수 있습니다.
Honorable leaders, as the COVID-19 pandemic and the Russia-Ukraine war has shown us, regional and interregional cooperation is essential if we are to build a safe, secure, and prosperous world.
According to the joint declaration, South Korea's recently released Indo-Pacific strategy reflected the values of the 2050 strategy for the Blue Pacific continent set by PIF members in 2019, as both are based on freedom, peace, and prosperity. South Korea also showed its support for the PIF's efforts in tackling climate change, especially with rising sea levels and natural disasters directly affecting members. In addition, Seoul will double the budget for official development assistance provided to PIF members. According to the Korea International Cooperation Agency, as of August last year, South Korea spent nearly $200 million in the last 30 years for ODA in the region.
Right. Now, Do-yeon, as you mentioned, this is a two-day event. Walk us through the rest of the schedule.
Bo-kyoung, now that the summit has wrapped up, President Yoon and First Lady Kim Do-yeon will host dinner for the visitors. But one thing to note is that South Korean government will also be focusing on convincing the visitors to support Busan in the city's quest to host the World Expo in the year 2030. South Korea could potentially win 11 votes from Pacific Islands Forum members, and in order to bolster support, in fact, the visiting leaders will head down to Busan on Tuesday to tour potential expo sites. According to the top office, during the bilateral summit, some countries have already shown support for the bid, including Marshall Islands and Papua New Guinea. That's all I got for now. Back to you, Bo-kyoung.